So I have this abundance of yarn. These are all scraps that I'm going to use to make the dress. The theme of my senior capstone is sustainability and using materials that you already have on hand to create full body garments. A lot of people ask me where I get my yarn from, and I used to visit this craft store in Atlanta called Scraplanta, and they have so many scraps of yarn, and that's where I got some of these pieces from, like this one. That's where I got this yarn from, and some others. So yeah. Guys, so this is what I have so far. I did a fitting on the model for this dress yesterday, and so I have to add a few more inches to the bottom of both sides. But after that, I'm going to start on the layering design on the front and doing the fringe. So I'm going to take you guys through that process. I'm also going to go ahead and tie the ends of every row together to secure it, and then I'm going to use these scrap ends to tie the dress together. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is what she's looking like so far. And like I said, these ends will be used to tie the dress together on the side. So it will be like this, all the way down, right? All the way down on both sides. So what I'm gonna do right now, experiment with the layering of different yarns. So I have this yarn here. This is the one that I showed y'all when I opened up the video. It came in this ball, and it has an ombre of colors, and when you stretch it, you can see all of the knit, which is very nice. And so what I want to do is figure out some type of pattern to layer this with, and then I'm gonna sew it down. Design that I have so far, and I think I'm going to start sewing because I'm low-key running out of pins. You can see the symmetry and the peaks and curves, and so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and sew this down and we'll move along from there. Okay, you guys, welcome back. It is another day, and this is what I have done. Okay, so I've begun sewing down this first side, but I haven't finished. And so tonight's goal is to finish the dress. Okay, tonight's goal is to finish the dress. And so what I'm going to do is finish sewing this down wherever I have pins at. I'm going to do this half and the second panel that's supposed to go on here, and do whatever more designing I want to do on the front. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the back as well and at the fringe, and then we should be done. This is the piece that I'm working on right now. Let's talk. Let's talk. These past few weeks have been a little bit rough mentally. I have been super caught up in life after graduation, you know, the whole trying to find a career, probably make a career. What am I gonna do? Big life moves, big decisions to make. And I just feel like I don't have the space or time. Well, let me not say don't. I feel like I didn't have the space to process the fact that I'm graduating, because I'm still, you know, taking classes and going to work and, you know, spending time with family and friends and always ripping and running. And it's just like, it's overwhelming. This world is overwhelming. I literally had the revelation. I had the revelation a couple weeks ago. I was in class and my professor was talking about like working on Saturdays and how he has to grade papers on Saturdays. And I'm just like, we can't even take a weekend break. Like, our work schedules, not only as students, but as people living in America and other places in the world too, but the amount of stress and work that is required of us, that is expected from us to just constantly be productive and pouring out work to the point to where even our Sabbath days are like consumed with working. It's like, what is the point? You rarely have time to slow down. The only slowing down you do is sleep. And even then, like, sleep too can be not such a safe space for people, you know? Especially if you're experiencing anxiety or any other like sleep issues. But, you know, I don't know. So ever since then, I was just like, I have got to slow down. I've got to slow down. And I know that word is very like trendy right now. I guess the phrase to slow down, to be slow, but like really, what does that look like in a world where it is so fast paced that if you even take a day off school or work, you're behind? It's like, what does it look like, and how do we make it practical in a society where pretty much every system really does not care about our rest? Like, I'm not even gonna lie, like. And so yeah, that really caused me some unease, because I could not, like, I felt like there really was not time for me to even process my thoughts, for me to sit still. And yes, you have, you know, your 6 a.m. meditations, you have right before bed, you can make time, but like the overwhelm is so much that even those times of stillness can be, those times that you make for stillness are even clouded with mental thoughts. And so yeah, that's where I've been lately, and I am coming out of it by the grace of God, literally by the grace of God. And I have been implementing strategies in my life to just exist in this world, because you can't change the system necessarily. Like, be for real. And so what can I do even while I'm at work, even while I'm creating, even while, you know, I'm doing XYZ, even while I'm fulfilling my responsibilities on this earth? How can I make the mental space to literally slow down and just process my life, to be present? And it starts with the breath. And that's something that I've known for a long time now, but quite honestly, like, taking advantage of it. Every moment that I have to breathe, to slow down, to create a mental space, I try. Like, right? and it just roots you in so much peace. And it's like, that is the point of life. That is your purpose, is to be as present as possible, to exist, to do all that you are called to do, but still do not run yourself ragged with stress and overworking for the sake of any system. And honestly, like, saying that out loud, that has really been a theme with me just this semester. It's like, I don't see the point. I don't see the point in overworking and overproducing for a check, for a job, like, to please a professor, to, I don't know, for an applause. No, the intention has to be deeper than that. You have to truly be in love with all that you're doing. And a lot of us, and I'm me saying this out loud, like, I am guilty of it. A lot of us are literally running day to day simply because that's what we've been told to do, uninvested in things that truly please us, and simply trying to make it. Simply trying to make it. And that type of living is dysfunctional. It's so dysfunctional. It's so dysfunctional. So, with that being said, my spiritual practice nowadays is literally to breathe. In the midst of whatever is being perceived, whatever is happening in my life, whether it's me doing homework, whether it's updates on job applications, whatever would usually cause me stress, quite literally just breathe. And you will find that your mind makes so much space. Like, it's like the breath just cleanses away any thought that was trying to be there. And also knowing that you are always taken care of and provided for by God. God has never, ever, ever, never, ever, never, 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 ever forsaken us or broken his promise or been unfaithful. Like, you have all that you need already within you. We are the word manifested. The divine word manifested. I'm going to put the Quran verse on the screen. But God literally breathed his word into us and made it flesh. So therefore, you're an inheritor of the divine word. Like, get into it. Not just clap and be like, yeah, I understand, but like, live that. What does that mean? To be the divine word manifested. That means you can say be, and it is. So be peace. Be spaciousness. Be ease. Be love. Be grace. Be gentle. Even in a world that is so concrete, like rigorous. Y'all. Y'all. I mean, you gotta live this. You really have to live it. And you really gotta stay in your center, because you have to stay centered. You have to stay grounded. Like, crashing out is not an option. It's not. And that's not divine either. That's not what you were called to do. That's not what you were called to represent. A fluster of anxiety and confusion? No, sis, no. Ground yourself in peace, honey. Ground yourself in peace. Make you some tea. Run you a nice bath. And ground yourself in peace. Use the elements as your healing as well. When I tell you, a bath always does it. I'll take a bath and I have a speaker and I'll play like ocean waves on the speaker while I'm taking a bath with the lights off. Please. I have me some incense in the diffuser running while I'm drinking some herbal tea with the lights off. It's just something about the lights off. I know what it is. Over, what's it called? Some lights, unnatural light, artificial light, overstimulates the nervous system. And so when I have my warm lights on, my night lights on, or even natural light, like that calms the nervous system. And so, yes, yes, yes. And even too, like, I'm good to go to sleep. I'm good to go to sleep. Like, place your schedule, if you can, in a way where you can get on a natural sleep schedule. And that is always healing. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even in this world, that's not everyone's reality, and that is not how we're supposed to be living. Like, that type of dysfunction really makes me unhappy. It really makes me unhappy that some people don't have access to healing foods, that some people have to work a type of schedule or routine that is just dysfunctional, that we are not taught in our American school system how to deal with this life beyond going to a therapist. And I'm saying that because, like, everyone doesn't have access to therapy, and that's not everyone's solution. Sometimes you need to literally sit down and breathe. You need to go to the ocean and put your feet in the sand if you can. You need to go outside and lay out in the sun when, her rays are not, too dangerous for your skin. But early morning, sunset, go look at the moon if you can. Like, but we're not taught these things. We're not taught holistic healing. And that is what I'm an advocate for. Holistic healing, living in balance and harmony. Your job should never take up 23 out of 24 hours of your day. Your job should never throw you out of a sleep cycle. Your job should never suppress your appetite to the point to where you're so stressed that you can't eat. Basic needs should not be so inaccessible that we're stressed and living in survival. No, that's not what God called us to be on this earth. That's not how he called us to live. But that's a product of the people in power who are greedy. But yes, that's what I had to say. Isn't this coming out nice? This just represents the earth being a place, a source of healing for our people. How the enslaved would seek refuge in the swamp when they were escaping slavery. How we as Black people have used food and herbs as medicine for centuries. And so this dress, Horticulture, I'm not sure if the title will remain the same. Horticulture, the Medicine Woman. I'll put the title on the screen in words so you can see how it's phrased. But long story short, that's what this dress represents. And that's why I foraged some Spanish moss. Like, can you see it? Because Spanish moss grows so vibrantly, so fully on the trees in the South. The South was the region in which most of the enslaved came. And from there, we went all over the continent, really. But all over America, the United States of America. But yeah, I'm gonna add other things to this dress, but that is essentially the reason why I chose to forage Spanish moss. But yeah, those are my words. Those are my words right now. How are y'all feeling? Please let me know. Please speak to your family and friends. Please speak to me. Like, let me know how you're feeling in the comments. Please do not hold anything in. Like, it hardens your heart. It hardens your heart, not only in the way in which you interact with others and hold unknown hostility maybe, but it creates dis-ease in the body, literally. So let me know how you're feeling. Please try to find some time to slow down, like slow down. Even if you are go, busy, like notice the way your clothes feel on your body. Notice the taste of your breath. See if you can see your eyelashes and your peripheral vision, you know? That's slowing down. That's slowing down. Slowing down doesn't always look like, you know, the way that we make it seem on social media with the tea and the bath. And that's not the only definition of slowing down. The first steps, quite literally, are just self-awareness. And that's it. That's all you have to do. And that's your first step. And go pray. Please, go pray. But yeah, I'm gonna finish this dress. I hope you guys enjoyed my words. I too needed to get that off my chest and just speak. But do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you are called to do. Do whatever you are called to do. And I pray for your well-being. So I'll see you guys in the next video, which, God willing, will be a full vlog of this process of all of the dresses that I'm making for this showcase. But yeah, I love you guys so much. You are loved. You are worthy. You are not your thoughts. Anxiety is not your identity. That is not who you were called to be, not even close. So be love, be peace. And I'll see you guys next time.